Peace and blessings. I'm back today to talk about a very prized plant. This is what we call yellow root. And yellow root is a medicinal herb that is found in North America. You can find it from Florida all the way up to Maine. And it usually likes very shaded areas, like wooded areas. And the surprising thing is that I was at a plant sale it was the University of Georgia, and I saw this plant, and I was so surprised because Michelle Lee, in her book, Working the Roots, talks about walking for hours through bush and through thorn areas to find this plant. This is something that the ancestors used a lot in their medicine cabinet. I'm going to talk about some of the medicinal qualities of this plant in just a minute. I'll be right back. We're going to plant it. This plant generally likes hilly areas, and if you notice, I'm planting it on top of a hill that it can kind of flow down, and also I'm planting it next to this dead hedge so that it's blocking some of the sun, because again, this plant doesn't like to be in full sunlight. So here we go. Now, everything is an experiment in the garden. And being that this plant likes to grow next to other plants, and it's not in that particular environment, and it likes very, very moist soil, we're going to try to mimic as much as possible the conditions that this plant grows in the wild. So, yellow root, for some people, is known as golden seal. And the reason why it's called yellow root is because if you break open the root, it will be a bright yellow, okay? It's a medicinal plant. It's what we consider a bitter, and any bitters are good for your digestion. This particular plant is anti-everything. It's anti-inflammatory, it's anti-parasitic. If you take the root, and the stem is generally what we use, you can either dry it and store it for winter, or you can just cut it in its natural state and use it, cut it up and use it in a tea. So a teaspoon of the plant in a cup of hot water and just let it simmer for a while, and you can just sip on that. But again, just a reminder, it is a bitter. So it does have a bitter flavor to it. But this is something that was very prized. It was in a lot of our elders or ancestors' medicine cabinets, because it is excellent for colds. It's excellent for any issues in the lungs and so on and so forth. So again, this is yellow root. And it's a very slow grower, so I would never harvest this probably this year or next year. Just see how it's taking to its new climate, and that's it. So thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace and blessings.